Okay, let's go check this thing's on again. So 1 second, guys. It should be, but just having a check in case. See if you can hear me. There we go, perfect. Right, cool. Okay, welcome to round 4 of ARL. Again, if some of you might have known the previous time we tried doing this, it basically got completely flipped over, and the whole lobby desynced. So we've got a new host this time. It's not going to be me. Because my internet was absolutely terrible trying to hold up a stream and, well, a whole lobby. Shame we got a lot less people, but I know quite a few checked out, so I'm still quite happy with the turnout. But yeah, enough of that really. If you watched the last stream, you'll know how a sprint format is for us. It is going to be reverse championship order. So whoever basically is last will be the championship leader, and then any people who are simply reserves will be behind them as well. Presumably because they don't really have a championship order. They're not really going to be too high up in the championship, of course, and not going to be too far down in the championship because they don't have any points to begin with. So to make it fair for the constructors championship, as they score points towards their team, we've made it so they start at the back, just so it's all fair. And then anyone else who is a full-time driver that hasn't raced yet, they are put at the front of the grid because they have no points technically, and because they're full-time compared to a reserve, it's a lot more fair for the sprint race. So, bit of a interesting explanation there, but yeah, as you can tell, if you did watch the previous stream, there is now something different. Our formation lab is back on. We had a patch earlier today, so that made it that we can put this on, and it should be glitch free, at least for now, unless we find some other glitch in this sprinting feature. The glitch beforehand was so if you got disqualified, it would just basically ruin it. Like, ruin your whole race. You get disqualified for the actual race as well. So yeah, even if you just parked up wrong or like tapped by someone else, reset to the grid maybe, nope, you get your whole car disqualified from the whole race. So yeah, it wasn't very ideal, but we can now have it on because they've just patched that. And I'm just going to go through the driver standings now after after Spain this was now, not after last week, could be after the week before. So even though it was a bad day in the technically previous race around Austria that we did, when it got desynced, Alfa Romeo are still very far ahead in this Constructors' Championship. They are 20 points ahead of Alpine, although they do have 2 drivers racing as well now, and one of them is on pole, with Schaff. I'm not really too sure how to pronounce all these names, so I'm going to say that. So Alfa Romeo lead by 94 points, and Alpine on 74. Aston Martin also quite close, however they don't have either of their drivers racing today, which is unfortunate for them. And that is the top 3. Driver standings, we're just going to try and quickly go through them before the end of this, and just a good look at the top 5. Jay Thompson with a 17-point gap to R. Henson in P2, and R. Henson with an 11-point gap to Hazard at the behind him. Cheswari in P4 and the other one in P5. But at the moment, that is not really what we're going to focus on, as J-Horse here, one of the reserves, is coming up to the final spot on the grid. Looked like there was a tiny glitch, so that is a horrible camera angle. We're going to roll with this one. On board with Schaff here. It is going to be lights out, and we are underway. This is a horrible camera angle. I don't know what's going on. Looking at Ferrari, had a very nice start there, going up into P2, almost cutting the curb there though. But looks like everyone has escaped trouble. Maybe Hafizuni at the back there might have had a bit of contact, but no, looks to be okay. Maybe there's been a little bit of a back out. Jay Thompson's down to P12, our championship leader. That was a Red Bull of Izzy breaking very early there into turn 3. A little bit of contact with Ferrari as MX also tries getting the move. That was our Henson getting past Hazard there as well. We've got quite a few people side by side. Izzy and MX, the closest ones at the front. MX trying to go a little bit late on the brakes and does get the move done, which is very good. That is Jay Hall's down on the brakes. Looks like that is everyone for the moment. But we'll just go check the tyres. Hopefully everyone might be different tyres, but no, everyone is on the medium. So look at Saharis now. We know from the previous race in Spain actually that they are very fast on this game, and yeah, basically previous race in Austria as well also did the same thing, pulling out that gap into the lead and basically running away with it. So we're just going to watch these guys. Henson, late move there by Merkage, but however looks like Henson is going to get through there. Almost contact there between Hazard and J-Horse. Hazard taking avoiding action. That is Saharis already ahead after starting P4, I'm pretty sure it was. So P4 up to P1, barely 2 laps in. That was side by side at Donald and Izzy, I'm pretty sure. Hazard's got past Merkage there too. Championship lead is still down in P11 at the moment, but however, sprint might not be everywhere. You can sprint might not be where you can get all the points. That's J-Horse side by side with Henson. Henson looked like he may have just tried to let him go there, or J-Horse was a little bit low on the brakes. But yeah, we've seen this quite often, haven't we? We've seen Saharis, as soon as they get into the lead, they break away, and yeah, it's what's happening here. Using all the ERS they can to get out the DRS window before it is too late. Yeah, a couple of these gaps are a bit messed up, so it's kind of annoying, but yeah, I'll assure you that Hazard is not a lap back on Henson, although it did get a little wiggle there. We got Merkage in the back there, trying to go for something. Jay Thompson as well. Just go watch Jay Thompson, the championship leader. Jay Thompson looking to go around the outside. Looks like everything's okay. Lua bumps on the curb, but looks like they are all fine there. Looks like Izzy's on the back of MX as well. Hazard's got past Henson, but Izzy has backed out on that move. Henson, yep, Hazard's been cleanly passed by him. J-Horse on the back of McDonald, having a little bit of a slide there, but nothing too bad. Merkage and Jay Thompson both on the track there. I'm not sure what's happened, but probably a report coming someone's way there. There's, yeah, looks like Merkage just may have let him pass there, so probably some sort of mistake there. Izzy on the back of MX still, but nothing coming of that yet. Pretty sure they're getting quite close to each other, but just, yeah, nothing really for the moment. Don't think anyone else is really too close to make a move for the rest of the lap. Verstappen's really going up into the gravel there, but no, nothing much going on at the moment. However, I think MX here has got a couple more problems here. Not only with the DRS given to from Izzy, and yeah, they're more overtaking Izzy as well actually. MX only on about 50% and Izzy on 80%. So we're just going to look at this. We're going to look at these two. Look at Los Alamos and Schaff. Both have got pretty similar ERS levels. Schaff is going to look to the outside, probably go for a switchback if they can. Not really looking like they got the traction they wanted. Yeah, not really looking too good out of that corner exit. No ERS being used as of yet either from these two, so yeah, it just looks like they could probably settle in for a little while. Izzy is going to go overtake MXS Rosso, but judging by the ERS levels now, they've definitely used it quite a bit there down that straight to try and get past, and they have got past now. MX still probably going to try and hold on to the back here because definitely wants that ERS recharge before they fall into the clutches of people behind, like MX McDonald, sorry, and J-Hubs. So, yeah, after that, Izzy's just going to start breaking away here, and already look about 6'10", so, yeah, it looks like MX was just holding up a little bit there, but, yeah, we're just going to have a look now at the second and third place people, or third place drivers, I'd say. Schaff and Los Alamos. Jay Thompson does get past the other Williams actually, while we were spectating one of them. Pretty sure, or an Alpine, sorry. Once again, going to the outside is Schaff. Pretty good defensive moves from the Williams, forcing Schaff onto the curve. J-Horse gets past McDonald, and yeah, Los Alamos has played that pretty well there, getting the DRS2 out of that corner. X-McDonald is not really going to see anything here yet. Hazard ahead of our Henson. The Williams there, back up ahead of Jay Thompson, but goes too wide on that exit, clips onto the gravel there, and does not manage to pull off that move. Jay Thompson is let back through. So now it's going to look at J-Horse here, who's made actually quite a nice start from the back of the grid. I'm pretty sure he's quite a good start actually. Let's see, yeah, up 7. So realistically, our two biggest gains here are Sayaris and J-Horse. So it's almost like it's the usual again. Sayaris like back to around the first couple of rounds really. Although also not going to focus on that for the moment. Moving on the ERS, going to the inside of MX here. MX making it very tough, but not impossible. J-Horse goes deep, goes onto the curb, still gets the DRS from the guys ahead. However, it looks like MX might just have this, or will he? J-Horse turning on that ERS. Chef has finally got past Los Alamos. Looking like nothing's going to happen there. J-Horse trying to cut back on MX Esther Rossa. Looks like he's successfully done it. MX out of the ERS. He's now got X McDonald there to deal with. X McDonald trying to go around the outside of the Ferrari. Is there enough space? There is only just. Are they going to keep it in, their nose in? Looks like they are. Almost there, contact! Okay, so X McDonald is round, as with MX Esther Rossa there. I'm not too sure really who was at fault, because I'm not too sure if one was off the track or not, but we'll still have to see in the reports eventually when that comes out. Surely there'll be a report on that one. But yeah, MX Esther Rossa now down in P13, and X McDonald losing out a little bit there too. That is the first time penalty off the race there as well. Georgie picking up a police penalty. Los Alamos is now going to trade back positions with Schaff here, and it looks like Los Alamos actually, now I think about it, has backed off enough for the DRS, has let Izzy into the window. Henson gets past Hazard as well, but if you look at now, Izzy, using the rest of the ERS that they've got, going to get past Schaff. So Schaff, even though after having pretty decent ERS levels, Los Alamos is now going to be the one who's got the most out of these three, but at least Izzy's now on DRS. Schaff does too, but it might be a little bit too late for making moves, and maybe just have to wait for these other two to make a move before he can make one himself. So yeah, Sarah is probably wondering where everybody is at the moment, because 5.5 seconds ahead in the sprint race is, well, quite obviously no one's going to really catch you unless you make a mistake. Basically no safety cars in these. The only thing we've had close contact really is MX and X McDonald, and nothing really came of them in the end really. No damage for either of them. Izzy on the back of Los Alamos, but losing a bit of DRS there, probably trying to protect themselves from Schaff, who isn't actually using any of that ERS now I think about it. I'm probably going to assume they're going to do it on the last couple laps, but if not, if they make exits like that, looking like they're going to have to start using that ERS, and yet they are. Going down, all the way to 65% there, trying to get back into the DRS window before once again it is too late. Looking like Izzy has been trying to make a little bit of that. That was probably some contact there between Merkers and someone else. That is a Williams letting Georgie there, really letting through someone there for a legal overtake, so could be sportsmanship, but I'm going to assume that's a legal overtake there. But yeah, no, not sure what's happened there. Looks like Sweeney's got ahead of all of them there, so something bad definitely must have happened. That looked like a penalty, or at least a warning for Los Alamos, but it's definitely a penalty for J-Horse now. Although at the moment it doesn't look like it's going to affect him, unless he gets past this Haas, who has dropped out of DRS now. J-Horse might have regretted that penalty there. But we're just going to watch Izzy here, not turning on any DRS at the moment. Are they going to go for a send at all? No, backs out to get the DRS. We're going to look at Schaff here, getting the DRS from J-Horse. Maybe going for a cutback at all, but not enough power on this exit, does it look like. Let's see, what is Schaff going to do? Are they going to turn on the DRS at all? No, they are not. They do not have the sprint speed to go and make a move either. But yeah, Izzy remaining behind Los Alamos, keeping that ERS levels out, and that's J-Horse out of the race, and that is a full safety car. Okay, so this bunches everybody up again, and Cyrus's lead here was going to drop back right down to 0. Is anyone going to put on a set of softs? Cyrus might, to be fair, considering that they are so far ahead. But no, does not look at Merkins gets a drive through speeding on the safety car. That is going to be very bad, because that's realistically not really going to be served. They'll just serve it as soon as the safety car comes in, and then at that point, they're about 20 seconds back. The only benefit from that is probably avoiding toe on chaos, or maybe turn 3, but yeah, that is definitely a bit of suffering there from Merkage. Yeah, I'm kind of not surprised that anyone's actually boxed in the end. I mean, maybe someone further back might try it. I mean, for example, someone like Georgie here, almost going to go back into there. It looks like they are going to take the align. Yeah, it looks like 2 people are going to come in. That's Merkage. Probably going to assume this for fastest at that point, probably, because you can't serve a drive-through under the safety car. as some people might know, gets a 5-second penalty, as with Georgie, so yeah, never mind. I might be able to get some live timings here. Merck is also retired, so yeah, that's probably why the things come out. Safety car's already coming in this lap, so Georgie, looks like I had to replace a wing there, so interesting. Yeah, we might get some live timings. I'm not sure they're going to show up on stream at all, but I'll see. Merck has also led the session. I'm not too sure if that is a disconnect or just yeah, just a rage quit there. Okay. Let's just see. I haven't left the server yet, so hopefully they don't. Safety car is in this lap. Last stop really spectating those two at the back. We'll look at when does Cyrus go. Holding the throttle and brake there and goes now. So that's caught Los Alamos quite off guard there. Any warnings on the final corner for any of these drivers? Does not look it. No one seems to be extremely close. Besides that, oh god, what's the car? Alfa Romeo to the Alpine, so that's Arhenson and Hazard, the people who are second and third in the championship. Not really looking like there's going to be anything coming of this race though by the end, unless there's some sort of mistake from the guys ahead. It's not looking too likely here. Everyone seems quite spread out. No DRS could be available, of course. It's just going to be a matter of ERS usage really. Who's going to use more ERS on the first lap and then who's going to use more on the second. And as I say that, that is Los Alamos off into the grass. So Williams, yeah, with that is now down from, I think it was P2 there. So from P2 down to P7 and possibly even more if there's wing damage. X-McDonald going a little slow ahead, but there's not too bad to call there. A collision at all. Jesus, I can't spell today. Can't do anything. Yeah, our championship leader is up into 7th though, so at least small consolidations for them. Hazard, his teammate, is also on the back of our Henson. There's an Alpine 3-4 at the moment, so that is going to help gain a couple more points for the championship fight to be back on. However, Jay Thompson right here is also going to probably try and get past this AlphaTauri. We are into the final lap. Cyrus has pulled quite a lot of seconds here. Jay Thompson is going to go to the outside of X-McDonald. No funny moves here, although X-McDonald thinks about ascend. Jay Thompson does give him quite a bit of room there, but nothing is going to come of that for the what's his face? AlphaTauri. I really can't name the teams today. Sorry guys, but yeah, the usual for Sahara's here at this point. Definitely looking with this pace to take a win, unless there is any sort of thing that ruins their race. Even though they set them fastest lap though, so yeah, not always impressed. Although they could just do that on this final lap. Let's see though. Sahara's does come round to win the sprint race here in Austria. Izzy comes home into P2. Schaff comes home in P3. Arhenson in P4. And then it is double Alpine, double Alfa Romeo as Hazard and Jay Thompson finish P5 and 6. X-McDonald in P7. Los Alamos P8. Even after a penalty, I'm pretty sure they had. Oh, someone had a penalty. MX Rossa P9, Happy Rooney P10, and it is Georgie in P11 when they cross the line. So, yeah, good stuff there. Look, that's some pretty decent racing, but you know, Sahara's with that pace is very good there, in fact. But yeah, quite interesting, I'd say. Interesting race. And hopefully going to set us up for a really good feature. Let's just see here. Yeah, good battle up the front, I've got to say. Arhenson gets driver of the day. And yeah, one of our fastest drivers, Jay Horse, is going to start at the back of the grid. We'll just go on through the grid one more time. So yeah, Sahara's takes the win here in the sprint race. Malaysian 1, 2, 3 actually, now I look at it. Izzy comes home in P2. Grid here is Malaysian. Izzy in P2, Schaff in P3, Arhenson P4, Hazard in P5, Jay Thompson P6, X-McDonald P7, Los Alamos P8, MXS Rossa P9, Happy Rooney P10, Georgie in P11, Merkage in P12, and J-Horse rounds out this grid. So yeah, Yeah, apologies from MX Testarossa for that incident with X McDonald saying, thought I cleared you, good battle up until then. So, um, hoping people will understand that. Hoping to get the understanding done there. So, yeah. Um, oh, now, okay, this is a turn. This is quite a big turn here. Now I look at it. Well, we had rain in the sprint race and it was dry in the feature beforehand. But this is definitely different now. We've got rain here in this feature. I'm not too sure for how long. Could just be the whole race, and if that is the case, it might get a little boring. You never know with the rain, but it could be a very fun race in these opening laps. Uh, I I don't know if this rain is here for the whole race. I'll see if anyone can confirm it. Let's just see. So I'm pretty sure it does tell you somewhat. No, it's not for the whole race. Okay. So we're going to have a wet to dry race on our hands. I'm pretty sure this is what we had in Australia, well, nearly a month back now. Yeah, Suarez leads us away to start this formation lap. I'm glad we got a formation lap on again. Did feel a little weird when we didn't have anything at all. We're just going to look at tyres. Of course, everyone in the intermediates. Everything is really anything too green notes here. I'm not going to look at position changes. I'm just going to look at the gap. I'm going to take that screen off as well. So yeah, for the championship here, Alpine have kind of an upper hand. They've closed that gap a little bit in the sprint race, and now you kind of look at it. As long as these two keep it on the track, looking like they're going to have a very nice point sort here. So we've also seen in his in the previous Austria race that these two did not do well in the wet conditions in the sprint, and now they've got quite a similar amount of laps on to deal with it at the moment. I'm not too sure when the rain dries up though, so I mean, I don't think the drivers really know. They'll know an estimate, but yeah, I do not know whatsoever. Looking at everyone just trying to get temperature into their tyres here, so yeah, if we can see how much of a gap Cyrus pulls off in the dry, then we'll see how much they can pull off in the wet here, because this is ridiculous. Sometimes how fast one or two of these drivers are. So let's hope for a really good race. Once again, there's no offence at all, but you know, you just hope. You just hope that something happens. You know, it's just like what's going on with this year with Max. That was an Alpine going way too fast for Henson there. Probably just trying to stop it immediately, but could not slow down. Yeah, just kind of like what you see with Max at the moment. That is Jay was also disqualified in the session. Los Alamos as well. But yeah, no. You'd hope something happens. Not to prone their downfall or anything, but just hope something happens for this race. These camera angles are honestly the worst things we've ever seen. But we're just going to try and ignore that for the moment. Hopefully the lights come on. Hopefully. Here we go. Lights are going to come on now. Let's go look at Izzy's pop here. We're going to look, and that is the lights out, and we are away. We've got Izzy, well, a pretty decent starter, but Cyrus with an even better one, having to cover off the Alpine. The Alpine of our Henson goes for a send on his teammate. As with Jay Thompson, that Alpine gets pushed a tiny bit wider. Yellow flag sector 1. That looks like Georgie, who has had issues at the back of the field. But yeah, look at this checkerboard of Alpine and Alfa Romeo as Jay Thompson looks to go for a send on Henson, maybe a tiny bit of contact. There is definitely contact there for Williams and a Alfa Romeo of Hazard, and that has left Jay Horse to almost storm through the middle of that gap there. We're just actually going to look at these guys up ahead. It looks like nothing's going to happen to them for the moment. We'll look at these guys here as well. Hazard, after that very bad start there, is going to drop back a little bit, maybe into the clutches of Ferrari for the moment, but we don't think we're going to see any moves there. The Ferrari's going to defend from McLaren, which looks like they're not going to be able to, keeping it around the outside, but nothing is going to come of that. So, at the moment, we have Cyrus out there by 1.1 seconds to Izzy, who is also 1.1 ahead of our Henson. Jay Thompson in P4. Schaff, maybe not the best of starts, but in P5 still. Jay Horse P6, almost there on the back of Los Alamos, but he looks to have damage. Is this damage or something? I'm not sure what's going on, but we're just going to watch Jay Horse really quickly. Has he got damage, or is he going to go for a... I don't even know. I'm not sure what he's going to go for here. Yeah, go for another 7 inters, and no damage whatsoever. So I'm not sure what's happened to J-Horse here. May have just, I really don't know. I've got no explanation of that. We got Merkage and Happis Rooney side by side. No, not Merkage, sorry. Happis Rooney and MX plus Rossa side by side. MX there, just having to back out a little bit from Happis Rooney, but looks like everything's all well there. Jay Thompson is keeping on the back of our Henson, and who is also being kept on the back of by Scaff. Well, Samos is dropping a little bit as X McDonald goes on the inside. Is he going to try and do anything here? No. X McDonald gets the place, but has run wide there. Nothing's really come of that though for that Williams driver in P7 now. Although maybe here with a little snap from X McDonald, he turns on the ERS. Looks like nothing's going to happen here unless there is some crazy type ascend going into this last couple corners, but there is nothing for the moment. Staris comes home and sets the fastest lap at the moment. X McDonald going wide again. But let's just look at the position changes. Yeah, not too different from what we've seen really. We've just seen our Henson and Jay Thompson go up a couple. We've seen Schaff go down a couple because of that. And yeah, after Hazard dropping down a little bit on that field, I'm pretty sure there was some sort of contact. J-Horse comes into the pits again, so I've got a feeling, okay, 5-second penalty could be either a retirement or trying to fix damage. It just wasn't fixed last time. Looks like the mechanics finally got a front wing change. Yeah, so I'm going to assume that is the game not replacing a damaged front wing. You can put it to auto and sometimes it just won't repair. So yeah, that is sometimes what happens. Los Alamos has got very twitchy on that rear there after locking up, but nothing in terms of places lost, just a bit gap loss really. Someone joined the server as well. That is Georgie out of the session. Is that a virtual or full? That looks like a virtual. Same place where J-Horse had his crash. It's surprising it's not a full safety car there because it was in the sprint. Just going to welcome this guy really quick because someone's just joined. I hope it doesn't end while I do this. Not looking at anything's going on, but yeah, someone just joined, so it's a bit awkward around this. MX is in the pits for another 7 intermediates and a wing change. Georgie's at the session after that DNF. Yeah, looks like nothing else really going to go on at the moment. It's a pretty long virtual safety car when you think about it, but yeah, looks like nothing's happening for the moment. On green, a little bit of wobble there from Solaris, but completely fine from them of course. They've got quite enough of a gap to do so. Jay Thompson is got an okay restart on our Henson. He's one of the only people who would be in DRS range, but of course DRS in the wet is forbidden by the FIA. So we're just going to watch Jay Thompson here. These next couple corners may be a bit crucial, but at the moment, yeah, nothing's really going on. This is what I was talking about with the weather. Sometimes we bring up a really good first couple of laps, but yeah, after a point, it just does not get to the best stuff of racing somehow. Just going to make this one let's go. So. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, we are back on board with Jay Thompson, who's braking a little late there. Looked like he'd got a lot later on the entry corner, but nothing's going to go on that, at least in the moment. Looks like nobody's even passing at the moment. And yeah, MXS also has got past the AI, but yeah, nothing really going on. Jay Thompson is catching up, but yeah, no moves being made as of yet. J-Horse comes 6th fastest lap, way down the field there, 112.6. Looks like rain is a little less, but once again, nowhere near enough for 6 as of yet. Definitely nowhere near, but yeah, looks like it's easing off a little bit, so we might have something about in the next 10 laps, I'd say. I'm just going to say about the next 10 laps because I'm not too sure how long the racing calm for. In fact, it looks like it's just stopped raining completely, so people might start thinking about dry tyres in a couple of laps' time. Although, yeah, at the moment they're probably going to maybe start thinking about track position. We got Jay Thompson, and Schaff here, both fighting for that third place spot, or maybe even fourth place. X McDonald's dropped actually quite a bit of time there. May have been a mistake, but Los Alamos is close now on the back of them too. No, yeah, not much ERS actually being used for the moment. And then the rain has stopped, so I'm going to be a little surprised if Sahara is locking up a little bit on the rears. Sometimes it actually gains time in corners, but evidently by the gap there. On the entry didn't gain anything, on the exit it definitely did, but we'll get to ignore that. Jay holds with another fastest lap there for 12.4 on the fresher intermediate tyres. But yeah, no rain at the moment. We're just going to see how the quick track dries up then. So that is our hint to take a very wide line there. Having to lift off a little bit. Jay Thompson might be thinking about something here, but nothing for the moment. The spray is still coming off of these cars. But yeah, no. Of course, I'm looking at anyone's going to come into the pits now, unless someone is going to think of it. Maybe, but maybe someone down the field, but does not look the case. We're going to look at Hafisuni. Are they going to do anything here? Does not look at anything going on for them. MX here doesn't look like anything either. That is horrible audio. Oh my god. But yeah, just going to look at people from the back of the grid here because they might do something. I don't know. I don't know from MX Ross. This looked like a massive mistake there. That looked like I think a move there for. Oh, Jails is gone. Jails has binned it. The tyre in session in sector 2. I've just missed everything. That is a full course safety car. I was busy looking at someone down in P10. So yeah, MX Ross probably made a mistake. Then Los Alamos has got ahead of X McDonald, and then yeah, now J-Horse has crashed on the exit here. Hasn't played a couple of weeks apparently, so that is that. Will there be anyone switching to a dry set of tyres? Because the rain has stopped, and if someone probably further back can predict this, then you know they could be very good here. Cyrus is probably going to take a gamble here right now. He's going to come into the pits. However, yeah, it probably might be the best time to go into the pits, because if you carry on too much on intermediate tyres, then if it's starting to dry up, nothing's going to happen really for you. It's just going to be even more pain now as he's basically sliding their way into the pit lane there. Looking like everyone is actually coming in here, so it's so much for a gamble really now. It's actually just the main thing that people are going to do. No speeding as of yet, because I think everyone's trying to make sure they don't get a speeding penalty now. I don't think the grid is going to change either here, so we're just going to wait for everyone. Happens really making extra sure they don't speed by just going very, very slowly into this pit lane. I don't blame them. Stopping there actually, like I would say there. MXS are also hopefully no spins for them either, but we're just going to see now going into the pits. Nothing. Hopefully not a penalty for their sake. Nothing at all. Merkage, the AI is also going to come in, so yeah, definitely going to drive tyres there. That's hards for Cyaris. That's actually a load of people, all on the hards or mediums. So yeah, we've got multitude of people on hards at the moment, and we've only got a couple of people on the mediums, and it's actually very important for a constructor's point of view. Actually, if you look at this from the Constructors' Championship, we're going to have two Alpes of different strategies, and we've also got, we've got two Alpes of different strategies realistically to the to Alfa Romeos. The only one who's gone for the same strategy there is Hazard, but yeah, no. Jay Thompson, championship leader, going for something different compared to the top three, or the other people trying to challenge him, realistically, in the championship. I know this top three, these top two, anyway, are going to be the same, but yeah, interesting here. You can tell it's basically immediately dried up here. Doesn't even look like it's a single drop of water now, so safety cars come out realistically at the perfect time for everybody there. I'm not sure what's going on here. Shaft just slowing down quite a bit there for X McDonald, but then they're back through. So, a bit odd, but yeah. We're going to try and ignore this AI in case something happens to them, but we're trying to ignore it. We're just going to see. But no, I'm not sure people on mediums are going to try and go pushing to the end, because that will be a lot of laps on this medium tyre. And when you consider tyre wear isn't the worst around here, and sometimes it's not actually that bad. But, however, when you really think about the overall pace difference at times, you can see that, yeah, it's definitely... By the end of the race, we might see them pull off some moves here. Austria is just one big DRS train realistically. You can barely make moves in sector 2. You can get one in turn 4. I mean, I guess turn 3 is also part of sector 2, so you got those braking zones, but realistically, you will almost never see moves until turn 3 once again. So you'll almost never. I'm not going to say they don't happen at all, but I'm just going to say is that the most common ones probably turn 3 and turn 4. So yeah, probably safety car 3 going to be in this lap when this AI and Merkish comes up. I mean, if they come up quick enough, realistically, because the safety car should be coming in right now if that's the case, but no, he's not going to look it. So yeah, safety car is going to stay out for one more lap. From what it seems, yeah, safety car one more lap. So, good for the medium tyre runners actually. So they do need to take their tyres under any safety car they can get if they want to push into the end. So yeah, looking good at the moment. Definitely looking good. So yeah, I mean, I haven't really got much else to talk about here. I've talked about the tyre wear. I mean, I guess the talk about the Constructors' Championship as well. But yeah, the only thing I can really talk about is the penalties, and I guess MXS Rossa, the only one there with 3 seconds. I'll try and quickly see if there's any. Let's see, how many incidents? Oh my, there's quite a load. There's quite a load. Let's just see everyone's penalties. So no warnings there. No warnings there. And no warnings here. So no warnings for the top 3. No warnings for the top 4. No warning, or there is a warning here for Los Alamos. Not too sure for what, but if it's for exceeding track limits, there'll be 2 warnings away. 1 warning for Schaff as well. Ex McDonald, 1 warning as well. Hazard, no warnings. Hafiz Rooney has got 2, so they'll be on the verge of a penalty. MX, looking like they've probably got a glitch one there. I think that was when they almost span into the pit lane, so probably some glitch warnings there, because I don't think you can get 4 warnings in 1 lap, really. Merkish, no warnings, because that is an AI. J-Horse had some warnings, but yeah, he's out of the race, and as with Georgie as well. They are both out of this Grand Prix. Safety car is in this lap, though, and, I mean, realistically, you'd always hope it would be someone else to win a race, but at the moment, we're just going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to wait for 26 laps, but yeah, here we go. Saris has gone caught, I'm pretty sure it's Izzy once again out, or at least every caught P2 out of these final corners. Going right away already. Henson right on the back of Izzy here, trying to make a move, going into turn 1, running outside possibly. Is there going to be room? A little bit of contact. Henson forced onto the yellow curb there. I think that was Ex McDonald getting past Hazard there too. Henson using the straight line speed of his car, going right back up to the back of Izzy, only making Cyrus' lead bigger. Izzy still there, but he's going to keep their nose in. Henson has not moved over, thank God, using that ERS to pull ahead, but I'm not too sure that's the smartest move, using most of your ERS immediately. Izzy also on the back, yeah, maybe Jay Thompson, sorry, also on the back of Izzy, who's also on the back of Henson. I finally got that right. But yeah, no, Sayara is, yeah, I mean, what more do you want me to say? I mean, they're 3.1 seconds ahead and it's only been 1 lap, so yeah, I will probably firmly believe that we know our race winner already. Unless there's some form of mistake, then yeah, I don't really know what else is going to happen. Frost that 1 to 5.8. No one's even complete with that at the moment, so there we go. It's a battle for the top 2 positions that aren't P1. So 2nd and 3rd. Hazard there made a dive on Ex McDonald, using a lot of ERS already actually. Only down to about 20%, and that's on the medium tyres too, which is not going to bode well for them by the end of the race. Ex McDonald not looking like there's any sort of moves going on there, so yeah, Hazard not really in a great position actually. Who I mean, it's down in P7, but at the moment the Alpines are looking like they are going to get the better points haul by the end of this race. One in P2 and one in P6 compared to the one in P4 and one in P7. So, yeah, looking like they're going to get slightly better points haul at the moment than the Alfa Romeos, which is very crucial for their constructors' fight. Once again, Aston Martin would have probably scored points, but nobody is here for them today, unfortunately, for them. And the championship hopes of probably trying to get third, maybe second, out of someone, possibly even first. Never know what they want to try and achieve. But yeah, so they are is. I don't even know what else you want me to say. I think you proved your point. You proved your point. So yeah, we now got DRS enabled. Izzy is now in the back of our headset. Oh my god, Jesus. Sorry. Izzy's got a lot more ERS than our Henson. Even on the harder tyres, it looks like they're going to have the better pace through these couple of corners. That looks like a wobble there for one of these two cars. Looking like Los Alamos. Happy soon he gets past MX Rossa actually, but never mind. Some definite scuffles in that corner. There is 2x2 here. That was Schoffer, whatever the hell the name is, getting ahead of Los Alamos, and that was also Izzy getting ahead of our Henson. I cannot pronounce names. At least these type of names today. I just really can't. So, yeah, really sorry, but you know who's ahead of who, I'm assuming. And yeah, Alpine now, I mean, they're looking a little less comfortable. I mean, you know, they still probably wish they were in P2 and P6, but P3 and P5 probably going to be pretty nice as well. I think P2 and P6 gives them a little bit of a point one, if I'm not mistaken. Happy Spoonie picks up 3-second penalty, who's also fighting with MX Rossa, so yeah, I don't think anything's going to be made up here, if I'm correct, so that is a very quick closing speed from our Henson. Probably have the wings down quite a bit actually, because that was no ERS either, so our Henson, look, he's had the wings quite low down at the moment, because if you look at the straight line speed, I mean, DRS gives you quite a bit, but does not give you this much. Izzy isn't even blinking, so yeah. Just pure speed from our Henson there on his car, probably why he's suffering quite a bit in these sections, despite the tyre advantage, getting on the curb there a little bit, but yeah, just look, almost a second back now. The straights do help him, but when he comes to the corners, look at that. A couple of tenths lost there, and Jay Thompson is also on the back of him now. He's going to lose DRS if he's not careful, and I think he has lost DRS going through this corner, and he has, yes. So, Jay Thompson will now be the one to try and attack. Our Henson does get a wiggle there too. Doesn't got as much ERS. Jay Thompson turning his on, but out of the three guys here, it is Schaff here who's got the most ERS. Holding on the overtake button here for some reason. Probably forgot to turn it off. But look at this. We've got three cars here in a pretty good battle. We're going to go on the off-board cameras here. Jay Thompson probably trying to use their ERS as well as our Henson. Thinking about moving to the inside there, but nothing is going to come of that one yet. So yeah, this Alfa Romeo is an Alpine sandwich at the moment. Is there any ERS can be turned on here? Yes, there is. Our Henson's going to try and maybe defend from Jay Thompson. Maybe try and help his teammate as well, but nothing also is going to come of that. And there's a little bit of locking there for Jay Thompson, but nothing too bad. Our Henson gets a little wide and has got away with it, it looks like, going through there. But it is starting to be a double size of mistake. But as I say mistake, that was Jay Thompson making a small mistake on that curve, almost taking him out, and also the Alpine behind of Schaff here. Not to mention, Los Alamos actually is also very far behind, so, well, not very far behind, sorry. I didn't mean to say very far behind, you are not very far behind. Yeah. So, Jay Thompson on the hards here. He's technically the best one for the end of the race out of these three, really. I mean, Los Alamos also got quite a lot of ERS, to be fair, so I can't rule them out. So, they're looking at Jay Thompson. Are they going to make a move going over to turn 3, or fake it, and then do another move into turn 4? Looking like they're going to keep the move pinned, keep the throttle pinned. Into turn 3 they go, they are ahead. But however, our Henson is going to take that DRS, ERS, high straight line speed. Probably Jay Thompson's time to maybe concede the position, but he's keeping ahead of them, but using all that ERS. Our Henson trying to move around the outside here. Jay Thompson on the inside. Lovely bit of racing between these two. Jay Thompson is still side by side with our Henson, who is going to come out ahead here. Our Henson goes for a very late dive there, from what it looked like on that offboard, and that has made Jay Thompson lose a couple of places. That's even more contact between him and Los Alamos. So, yeah, Jay Thompson, big loser there. yeah, not sure what happened. But from the outboard camera, it looks like Henson just went for a really late 10, trying to keep it side by side. And maybe a report, you never know. Yeah, Alfa Romeo now, because yeah, let's look at Alfa Romeo. They are now down P6 of 7, after being still quite comfortable in their position. But yeah, no, look at the Alpine boys now. One of the Alfa Romeo guys might be trying to report them. I never know, but we're going to see now the two Alpine boys. Will they possibly start fighting with each other? Because they both are on the same level of tyres here. Although realistically, I'm not too sure. Yeah, it looks like Henson is going to probably let him through. That looks like a lot more pace on a straight line there for Schaff. Yeah, no, Schaff does get let through. Henson does have some grip though still, going out that corner, but nothing is going to come with a switch back there. So, yep, that is Ecuador also getting past Hazard, just to make it even worse for Alfa Romeo for the moment. Cyrus is almost, he's still in this race, just for anyone who doesn't know yet, still in this race. Henson is still in the back of Schaff, but yeah, doesn't look like anything else is going to happen for the moment, probably until turn 3. That might have been a warning there for Henson. Yeah, I think his onboard's a really horrible audio quality, but yeah, going to try and ignore them for the moment. Just hopefully up until turn 3. But yeah, Henson has got the DRS now, no ERS on, so probably thinking about moving to turn 4 instead, or he's going to try and lunge into turn 3, nothing there yet, but his teammate does go wide. That allows Henson to sneak on the inside. His teammate with the better traction out the exit of the corner. Henson turning on the overtake. His teammate not doing the same. That is going to be 3 wide between everyone here. That is also Los Alamos trying to go for a move and has made it on Schaff, but however, has not managed to make it on Henson. Henson up into P3. Los Alamos almost out of nowhere there, coming up into P4 and is now on the back of the medium runner of Henson, and is probably one of the more favourites to come into P3 here. Look at the ERS levels compared to everyone else around them. So yeah, highest one besides that is about 50%. So yeah, we've probably now got this one here of Los Alamos to be the one to challenge for that P3 spot. Although we're getting some very close racing here with these 4. Looking at very nice racing actually, in fact. Although, however, that is not the best exit from Schaff here. We look at Jay Thompson as we actually... No, never mind, we're not going to look at Jay Thompson. We're going to look at Los Alamos getting past Henson. Anything happening behind? No, not at all. But yeah, Los Alamos still getting that better exit compared to Henson. Henson not getting the best exit out of... Oh my god. Henson not getting the best exit out of turn 3 from what I've been seeing recently. However, does always have the DRS, so... Yeah, I mean, a bit mixed there. But however, Hazard is not really making so much ground here on X-Macdon for the moment, but maybe sign the medium is starting to fall off here, going quite wide on there as well. I think that's into turn... Jesus. Oh god. Turn 6, I'm going to assume? But, yeah, no. I don't know. I don't know fully, but, yeah. Looks like Los Alamos has just used the ERS that I was talking about, saved up, basically deployed all that within that lap, and has now gone out of the DRS of Henson. So after one of their main drivers, Jimmy Jags, are not here today. Los Alamos, their teammate, is picking up the pace and picking up some very well-deserved points at the moment. That is the Alpine boys fighting again. Henson is going to get the DRS, but is Schaff? No, they aren't. And maybe this is a chance for Jay Thompson turning back on the ERS and DRS, which they look like they've saved up a little bit more, looking like maybe a move here for the Alpine, but no, nothing's going to come of that. So, yeah, looking like, well, 4 become 3, but however, they are now closer than ever, really. Pretty similar ERS levels. I think Henson's more the odd one out here, 35% compared to 62 and 50, but yeah, they've all got pretty similar gaps there. So, not really looking that much happening down the field as well. The AI car has been lapped. So, yeah, Izzy as well. Going to come to the AI car soon. As with these guys, actually. Los Alamos, Schaff and Henson. And also Jay Thompson. And also everyone else, actually. Never mind, everyone's basically in the last sector. So, we're now going to look at, I'm going to say Henson. Doesn't look like he had the best exit there, but we know he's got the straight line speed. We 100% know that. No DRS being turned on for either of these guys actually at the moment. Neither with Jay Thompson trying to close up on this exit. And looks like they have pretty well. Will they get the better exit out of this corner? No, not really. Our heads look like they got a better exit there, but doesn't look like anything's really going to happen going into this corner. Probably going to wait a little longer for the advantage to come in on those hard tyres for Jay Thompson. The grip will still be a lot less than when they first put them on, but however, the advantage over these two probably will be a lot more. But now Henson is starting to pull away a little bit from his teammate, but I don't think it's going to concern him as long as he's not got, as long as he's got DRS really. We know that he probably is running lower wings compared to these guys, so yeah, it's good to wait here going down these straights really. That is the lap car of Merkage, so yeah, hopefully, looks like it's actually going to give Schaff here DRS into turn 3. This is some terrible audio quality, oh my god. Okay, yeah, get out of the way of everyone else. So yeah, probably kind of ruins the straight line speed difference Henson will get on this straight, but it's still gonna get some very nice DRS down here. That wobble on the exit was definitely not too much time now, 10th maybe 2, but that could be all the difference with that lap car giving Schaff there DRS. Yeah, not really looking like anything else going on at the moment though. Not really seeing any moves at the moment. Sayara is still out in front, Sayara is still leading, just in case everybody forgot about them. But yeah, they are there. They are still leading. We are on lap 23 of 36, so 14 laps technically to go, if you count this lap as well. Count this lap on the final lap technically, so yeah. It is 14 laps to go, it's only 13 in numbers, but I'll debate only on that really. But yeah, no, another interesting thing to pick up on here, our Henson has got out of the DRS window to his teammate, and is now under threat from Jay Thompson. That was MX Ross picking up another penalty. So yeah, 15 laps on these tyres done so far. The medium tyres are going to do another 14 more, so then with 29 laps on those sets of tyres. I'm not too sure how they're going to cope really, unless they want to just try and bolt on a set of softs. Yeah, we'll look at the position changes just quickly in a second. Yeah, nothing's really going on between these guys at the moment. So, yeah, Los Alamos actually, probably one of the biggest winners in all of this. That was, Hazard, I think Hazard's got past McDonald there. So, as I was saying, so maybe McDonald might have made a mistake, or the DRS overtake there. I mean, either way, very nice for the Alfa Romeo team. But yeah, no, biggest winner, Los Alamos, up 5 positions from their sprint race position, and probably looking good on course here for a P3 on the hard tyres, so not going to lose as much grip as the medium runners. So yeah, looking decent, I think, for this race. Our Henson does not get DRS once again, probably pushing a little bit there. Oh no, never mind, I'm looking at the wrong person. Okay, right, our Henson is in DRS range, probably with his teammate trying to back up a tiny bit. Jay Thompson was thinking about a send there, but nothing to come of it. But they are right on the back here, our Henson. Maybe going to turn the ERS here, trying to put the overtake on. Jay Thompson is going to put the overtake on. Our Henson is not going to do the same, and that might have been a bit of wasted ERS there from Jay Thompson, who's almost going to go into the back of that Alpine car. But nothing is going to happen there for the moment. And yeah, I said the biggest winner, and everyone else realistically just losers, because they've only just gone nowhere or gone backwards. So, I mean, unless you count really the AI at Merkage, and yeah, I mean, realistically, I can't say these two are losing somehow in front. The people who've got P1 and P2 at the moment, I mean, they're just driving around leisurely here. That is Schaff into the pits on the mediums, so this could be horrible tyre wear on the medium tyres. So the hard guys might actually have to watch out by the end of this race, probably for some tyre wear, or maybe fresh softs onto the Alpine of Schaff. Hazard 2 also coming to the pits, so this is going to tell me that the medium tyres just cannot last at the end of this race. So Hazard pitting as well. Looks like no one else is for the moment, although I think the only other medium runner now is going to be our Henson. Pretty sure. There'll be 2 soft runners. Where are those tyres? There they are. And, oh my god, hold on. Speaking of our Henson here, he has just been passed by Jay Thompson. Will he get him on the switchback? Jay Thompson is going to turn the ERS here, but on the outside line, they're going to have more track to go through here. Jay Thompson does get ahead on the braking, and that probably is a sign of these medium tyres falling away to the hard tyres. Will our Henson come into the pits, or will they try and stretch it out? Because I don't actually know how long mediums last here. So, we'll see now. Will our Henson come into the pits? This is looking like it. Yes, it is. So, these 1 lap extra done on the mediums. Will they... Oh, that hurts, first of all. The 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane there. But, yeah, soft tyres. Izzy leaves the session, so that is a disconnect. I'll see if I can get them back in really quickly. Hopefully for them not to lose a position there, but I'm not really going to guarantee anything. Yeah, that's a car going right around the outside of them. That is Los Alamos. So, yeah, Los Alamos now into P2. Schaff gets past our Henson, or I think he already was. Somehow gets DRS. I'm not too sure how, but I'm going to, I guess, assume that our Henson just, I don't know. I don't really know. I guess our Henson just came out of the pits as soon as the DRS bit was there, and they were in the second. So I'll invite Izzy once more. But yeah, Sayar is into the pits actually. I guess with Izzy leaving, that is, I guess some of the stuff gone. Izzy probably going to come into the pits as well, knowing the AI. Join back, but yeah, no, still going on those hard tyres, and is now going to be passed here by Jay Thompson. So it's going to be quite painful for Izzy here, but yeah, can't really do much else about it if you leave the session and disconnect. So unfortunate, but yeah, just kind of sucks really. Los Alamos actually, now I think about it, takes the lead of this race, and I've only just really thought about this. I don't know how long it's been since Sahara's last didn't lead a feature Grand Prix, but here you are. Sayara's is now not leading a race, everybody. If that's all I've got to talk about, then I will. So, yeah, the AI and Merc has gone to a set medium. The Happy Sereni's gone to a set of softs. Yeah. Don't have much else to say. I'm going to assume that Los Alamos are going to come into the pits here as well. Yeah, taking the line. Looks like they're going to come into the pits. And they do. Sayara's flies past. Back into the lead again. Is Jay Thompson going to do the same? No. So, I'm going to assume only the people on the hard tyres will try and stick it out on them to the end of the race, maybe. Or will they come into the box? Yeah, X-McDonald also into the box there. MX not in the box, but I think for some of these people, they might just try and gamble and stay out. If they were, if they were quite far down the field, I think like MX there was quite far down the field, quite a lot of it, then I can only really assume this is a massive gamble here. So, yeah, we're just going to see now as Schaff is on the back of MX Rossa, who's also got basically no ERS here, so I don't think it's going to be too hard for an overtake to happen here, and look at that. The grip difference, nothing's really happening at the moment. Izzy's actually got past Jay Thompson now, I think about it as well. Schaff is going to get past MX Rossa. You know, I just kind of disregarded this. Izzy rejoined and has got past Jay Thompson, so are either of these two going to come into the pits? One who I think maybe should here is Jay Thompson, because if they don't have the pace left on these hard tyres by the end of the race, then I don't really see how they're going to fight against the fresh soft tyres. But at the moment, still staying out, probably firmly believing that they can do this really, but probably believing they can get that P3. But if you're thinking who your rival is there in an Alpine, well, to be fair, I guess if you are going to drop downfield, you're going to get into fights like this. Our Henson gets past MX Rossa, and realistically, I don't think it's still too bad of a strategy to stay out. It's just, yeah, the fresh soft tyres compared to these amount of laps old hards, then yeah, you'll see the differences. Los Alamos also gets past, who's also going to try and make a move on our Henson here, trying to go for a dive down the inside, keeps the nose in. Our Henson's half tapped there, but no spins, maybe a bit of damage for that Williams, but yeah, no damage, you'd hope. Los Alamos trying to go for a little bit of an ambitious move, but may have still tried to maybe pull it off, I'm not too sure. But, yeah, I'm not sure why there was such a fuss about that one. I know they've probably got down to P6 because Schaff has definitely undercut them, but yeah, no, bit too much of a rush there. Could have been able to go into turn 4, but they're definitely going to have a chance. This audio is quite possibly the worst thing I've ever heard, so yeah, hear that. That is horrible. So, right. Okay, Los Alamos on the back of our Henson. Are they going to make a move going into turn 1? Actually, I'm going to have to put the on-board on for this one. Lifting off here, probably saving a bit of ERS, maybe a bit of fuel, and also deciding not to go for a move into this first turn. Los Alamos, I'm going off the on-board. This is actually ridiculous. Gets ahead of our Henson. Our Henson will have the DRS again, but this is looking like it is Los Alamos' to take and run away with now. A little bit wide there, I think, on the exit, but I don't think anything's going to happen. Let's just see. Looking like no, nothing here. So, at the moment, nothing's really happening. Sayara is just even extending the lead even further now out in front because they are on the soft tyres. Yeah, not really looking at any of these guys go pit now. I was saying to Jake Thompson that he could pit, but it's looking like that he might have just have enough pace to hold on. Will his tyres hold on? I'm not too sure. And as it is as well, will their tyres hold on? But that will be a question when we get to the last 2 laps, really. But nothing here for the moment. Los Alamos is now on the back of Schaff, our Henson's teammate. Make a move into turn 1? No, the same thing as what he did with the Alpine beforehand. So, Los Alamos turning on that overtake button. Schaff is not going to do so. However, the straight line speed still is quite decent there. That looks like a lock-up going into turn 3. Los Alamos is ahead of Schaff. Probably go for some sort of cutback here, and they are. However, that exit's not really going to help them. Is any ERS going to be turned on here? No, it's just pure DRS for Schaff, but nothing is going to come of this one either. So, if Schaff wants keeping that DRS, it's looking like they're probably going to have to start using that ERS here. He's 7 tenths back already, so yeah, they've got to be quick with it if they want to keep that DRS range. But yeah, not looking likely at the moment. Yeah, it's looking less likely with every corner that goes by, really. Doesn't seem like Los Alamos pushing too much there with the ERS. Schaff is starting to, but it might be a bit too late now. The tyres will probably start wearing out quite a bit for Schaff. You still get 3 DRS zones right up here. 8 tenths back in terms of basically a move ahead, so you never know with these straights, but let's look here. Schaff had a little bit of a worse turn 1 there, and this is realistically the only DRS battle, so if these guys can not break out of DRS, that'll be amazing. Otherwise there will literally be nothing to talk about for the last 5 laps. So yeah, looking a bit cloudy though, I will say that. There's really no rain, I'm pretty sure, but it is a bit cloudy. Schaff, yeah, not really going to be getting enough there. Surprised he's not really using any of his ERS though, down these straights, because that will literally be the last time they can use it. Or they can really use DRS, and there we go. Proving my point there. Starting to use ERS now, but trying to keep in that second gap, I will say. At least they are trying to. But just look at the grip difference through this second sector. I was a little surprised they didn't use it down the straight. Pretty sure they're not going to get it down here either. Turning ERS, but nothing's going to happen really, I don't think. Still just outside the second, still just outside one. No DRS for Schaff. That's going to try and use all that ERS down to turn 1. And they're still not really going to get it, maybe just. No. So I think Schaff trying their best to get the DRS turning the overtake once again. Just in a desperate attempt to try and get it. Extra Don picks up a freezing penalty as well. But no, I think that is. And yeah, so adding something injury there, the lap car of Merkid has just given Los Alamos even more DRS there, so it'll be basically impossible now for Schaff to get back into that DRS range unless something bad happens. Happens really to be the next one, it'll be close to getting lapped, but does not look like there's going to be enough laps left in the race. However, what there is enough laps left in the race for is Los Alamos and Schaff to get up to the back of Jay Thompson. I was talking about Jay Thompson possibly pitting. With a tyre life being very, very high here. Think about that, lap 34. There's still 3 laps left, and Los Alamos is almost within that DRS range. Saving him that ERS is both of them really, but What Jay Thompson's got to do here is not make any mistakes like that, which he has done. Shaft does get a freezing penalty, so that is good for Jay Thompson. But however, all he's got to do is play this smart. He knows he's probably not going to be able to defend these guys. He'll try to if he can, but if he cannot do it, he's got to let them go basically immediately. He's returning ERS here. This is a smart move, just trying to get a good enough gap on the straights. However, he's just got to realise in this second sector, nothing is going to come off those tyres because there's 6 lap on soft. So, let's see here. It's likely he's only going to get one place taken off him here, but we're just going to see that 35 has already been started by Sayares, so we've got that now. But yeah, looking like Los Alamos will be the only one to really overtake Jay Thompson, and maybe if there is some strategy here, Jay Thompson can get back ahead going into turn 4. Never know here in these last couple of laps. These guys will start their second to last lap now, as Sayares already passed sector 1. We now look, Los Alamos turn on DRS, but no ERS yet. Probably the ERS now into this turn, using that ERS. Jay Thompson not using it here, kind of unsurprisingly, but starting to use it a little bit there. Los Alamos moves up into 3rd place. Jay Thompson's probably going to try and use as much as they can here down this straight, I'm going to assume. Just try and keep within DRS range at least, so in case there is a penalty, they can maybe get within that gap. I'll probably check warnings in a second. Happens really picks up freezing penalty, but yeah, it does not look like Jay Thompson's going to get back that P3 now, unless there is a mistake. I'm going to quickly check the warnings for Los Alamos, though, just in case. Warning lap 2, warning lap, I think that was 16, I'm going to say. No, okay, even less, lap 14. So let's just see. Where is it? Los Alamos, exceed track limits, and Los Alamos exceed track limits. So yeah, he is, they only got one warning left. Until they will get a penalty. However, Jay Thompson has still done well to keep him in DRS here. Los Alamos is still be under a bit of pressure, not only with track limits, but also maybe with DRS here. Using ERS, but yeah, actually now it does not look like anything is going to come of Jay Thompson's efforts to keep him in DRS here. Once again, on the final lap, Sayares basically dominated this race. I don't really know what else to say here. Yeah, I've got nothing. But yeah, no, it does not look like Jay Thompson's going to get anything here unless Los Alamos gets a penalty, which is pretty hard to do. All he's got to already do is not extend at turn 7 and turns 9 and 10. But yeah, speaking of turn 10, Sayares rounds turn 10 to finish off this lap and take the win by a 20-second margin, which is a mental feat in Austria. But yeah, no, we're going to have to wait for a little while for Izzy to cross the line. 28 lap old Hards coming across this line here. He's going to just hold on to P2 despite the disconnection. Izzy comes across the line in 2nd. Los Alamos with no penalty comes across in 3rd. Jay Thompson, knowing he's not going to be able to get 3rd anymore, comes home in P4. Schaff in P5. Our Henson in P6. Doing quite well for the Alpine charge here, as they probably scored more points than Alfa Romeo here. MXS Rossa comes home in P7, the only other driver on those 29 lap old hard tyres. Hazard gets ahead of MXS Rossa. X McDonald in P9, Happis Rooney in P10, and Merkage, with the AI, is going to round out everything. But I'm just going to look at Happis Rooney here, the last driver to cross the line, and it will, I mean, unfortunately be a McLaren back row, realistically, in terms of finishes. But yeah, Happis Rooney coming across the line now in P10, and that is race done. No disconnects, well, besides Izzy, unfortunately. But I'm glad that there was no desyncs. That was another thing. I'm very glad there was no desyncs today. Probably going to keep one of the admins of iHenson as the new host now, just in case. Los Alamos picks up driver of the day. And he was probably one of the only people to actually gain positions by the end of that race. But, yeah. It's Henson saying, Sayares, surely you're getting bored by now. And I kind of agree. Once again, I'm not trying to put anyone's downfall out, but yeah, that is mental. Look at that. Sprint race, feature race, yeah. Just Malaysian domination from what it seems here. 4 of the 6 Malaysian drivers are in the top 4 in terms of the total races. We had 3 in the top 3 in the sprint, 3 in the top 3 in the feature. So yeah. Wow. I'm just going to say now, I mean, if there was the leading constructor, it would definitely be Malaysia by now. But yeah, I'm just going to go through the whole weekend results, actually, because we've seen the sprint, we've seen the feature. So we're going to look now. Sayara's picked up the most amount of points in P1. Izzy, with that race result, has picked up a very nice amount of points in P2 as well. Shaf, maybe not the best result in P5, but still pretty good. Sprint race. Los Alamos, not the best sprint race at all, but picking up that P3 in the feature. Jay Thompson picking up about P6, I think that was, in the sprint, but P4 in the feature, which is not bad for them. Henson in P4 for the race, I'm pretty sure. Might be a little bit more. And then, yeah, 8 for the feature, and you can just look at the rest. I'm not going to have time. Hazard, Exodus, Donald, Emerson, also Hafiz, Rooney, Merkic, a couple people. So, yeah, that's probably going to change the championship now, because remember, Sayara is now a full-time driver, and that was a very big points haul there. So, Sayara, even after missing the first 3 rounds, is going to be on the title charge, definitely. And I think Jay Thompson, with that podium result, is still, well, basically podium result, nearly. Sorry, I've just got the race results wrong again. But yeah, almost podium result, but does manage to probably get a better gap to our Henson, who was next in championship to him. And yeah, I think Alpine might have got a better result there. But however, that is it. This was meant to be the break week for ARL, but once again, yeah, the lobby did get broken last time, so yeah, I'm just glad that we can get this sorted again. We got Austria out the way again, no glitches, and yeah, just got to thank you all, really. Thank you for driving, thank you for watching, and we will see you next week for the British Grand Prix. Not the actual one, of course, that one's already happened. But yeah, it'll be Silverstone, France, Belgium, and Monza, all back to back, and then we will hopefully have a week break after that. Hopefully, there's no issues again, which forces us to desync or just force us to restart a race. But yeah, I shall see you all next week for Silverstone. Goodbye.